Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Tuesday, August the 20th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions you may have for me, you can use this email address. Just one moment, please. And this is a link for the free room, 100% free. You do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas to come into our trading room. I open the room every morning at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. That's when I start to share my screen, get live on the mic. And I go up to 3:30 Mondays to Thursdays and up to 3 o'clock on Fridays. In the email that you are receiving, you will see a nice promo code for 25% off, either the first month only or the entire year of a Trade Ideas subscription. I believe that promo code will be good until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? And that's Friday. Sorry, Friday. What day is that? Well, I think that is, I want to make sure of this. Yeah, it looks like, so that is August the 23rd. So Friday, August the 23rd, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Now, you will also see some information about how I use Holly, okay? How I use the AI, how I trade. I also include that link. A lot of people ask me how I'm using the AI these days, and you can click on that video. I did it a couple of weeks ago, and it'll show you how I do it. So anyway, today probably was the most boring day with respect to the scans. Not so much what we were able to do in the market, but not every day, of course, is going to produce incredible winners from the scans. I did take the CCO earlier. 255. I got in right there, 255. Actually, I got in at 260. You can see why this made it from yesterday. Just look at the weekly chart. You can see this huge void up here. So that's why, I included it as something that should be watched. This was actually a buy yesterday from the AI, and it worked out modestly well. Nothing fantastic. Got in right here, sold some up here, and then sold on the way down. So we'll see what happens. FSLY, that was, I want to bring this one up because this is a classic example of what we talk about in the trading room of red bar ignores and green bar ignores. Now this is a red bar ignored. You will see actually two of them. So you see the first one. So first of all, you have a little uptrend, and then you see that red bar right there. This is engulfed totally by the previous green candle. And what's even better is a bottoming tail. So that means at one point the buyers, or sellers took this down to 1820, and nothing fantastic, but the buyers closed it up here, and then the following candle is green. So we get a long trigger, and again, you don't have to take the trades, of course. There are some other things that you might want to take into account. But the idea is that it's now giving you a long signal. When that green candle moves ahead of that 1839 right there, that's the high of the red candle there. And so that was beautiful. I mean, that's a nice move. And then look what happens. We get another one, another red bar ignored. So again, you've got the trend. You've got this red bar totally engulfed by the previous green candle. Another little bottoming tail. The longer that bottoming tail, the better. And I will make an exception also. Let's just say, for argument's sake, that bottoming tail went all the way down and it broke underneath that candle. Because in theory, we're supposed to look for candles, red candles that are totally engulfed. But if you give me a big bottoming tail, I will take that also. Because again, what does that mean? That means that the sellers tried to knock it all the way down there, but the buyers closed it here, and then they took control again. So anyway, the trigger would have been 1902. I actually got into this trade right here at 1912, and I sold most of it up in this area here at 1940-ish. And, it was a nice quick trade. But there's an example of you get two of them, and you can see, now do they all work, exactly like this? I wish, but no, they don't. But also, I think if you look at let me just take a look at the weekly chart. So again, you can see why though, because you've got this nice void. You've got a nice big void here, a potential gap fill. I never think that it's going to make it all the way, of course, but you don't have to worry about a lot of chart resistance. Let me just take a look at it on the daily chart. the same thing. Don't have to worry about a lot of chart resistance. So that coupled with the fact that we have the two RBIs, that made it to me a very juicy trade. And I mean, again, do they all turn out like this? Of course not. But definitely a nice trade. You might want to just print this chart out. You can load it on your platform. Print this chart out so you see exactly what we're talking about with red bar ignores. And that's on the 15. Doesn't really matter the time frame. The higher the time frame, the better. Especially if it's a narrow body, because then you can put your stop, at the low of the body. If I could put my stop at, not that I would, that'd be too much for me, because I'm more of a whole number break type of a trader. So had that broken down underneath 19, I would have got out. But if you want to be a little more conservative, you can put your stop here, and you'll have to take fewer shares. But anyway, I would print this out so you'll know exactly what we're talking about. We talk about red bar ignores, and especially with the bottoming tails. The green bar ignores are just the reverse. I don't see one here, but imagine if you had a downtrend and then the pause with a green bar, and then the trend continues. Just the reverse of what you see here. All right, everybody, definitely want to get back into the room, see if there's going to be anything shaking for later on. So I'm going to close this down. Don't close down the chart. Bring in the capture program. So again, any questions for me, you can use this email address, and this is a link to get into our free room. It's 100% free. And again, you don't have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our room. And in the email you're getting, don't forget, there's a nice promo code for 25% off. So hope to see you in the trading room tomorrow. I will open the room tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Bye-bye.